Welcome, everyone, to Season 4, Episode 5 of the Cosmere Reads. Yay!
Yay!
We're at episode
Good times.
91. I'm off. I know I'm off.
No, you're way off. 97.
97. I knew it's like I'm way off. That didn't sound right. 97. Okay.
Almost 100. Almost.
Yeah,
100.
I know 100 is coming up in the beginning of August. If I should have known, we were further than 91. Yeah.
Which we'll have to postpone. I think maybe. I don't know. I the second week of August, I'm going to be out of town.
Okay.
But I'll be in San Diego, and in the evening, be at a conference. So there's no way. Yeah. Anyway,
Gotcha.
Fun times. What's new with you guys? Anything that we didn't talk about pre-show? I went sailing this weekend. That was fun.
Nice.
Good deal.
Yeah, racing sailboats. Yeah, that was fun. We won, so it was a good weekend.
Woo! Nice.
Congratulations.
Do you have a winning ritual?
Do we have a winning
What'd you
ritual? Do they have a winning ritual?
Yeah, that's what you do when you win.
You usually don't find out you win till we just found out today we won. The race was on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So the race results don't usually come out right away because it's so the way sailboat races work, no one has the same kind of boat, so every boat's handicapped. So they record all the results, and we unofficially knew we won the same night, but because we're just doing the math in our heads. But then whenever the race committee decides to get around to posting it online, it's usually a few days later. So we just found out. So the official results came out today.
Gotcha.
So yay, we won. It's kind of like yay, we find out days later we won.
Kind of.
Yeah, we weren't first. Yeah, well, we weren't first across the line, which that doesn't we're not the fastest boat out there. So design wise, there's boats that are built faster, but they're handicapped differently. So yeah.
I think all the stuff I did this weekend. So I went to my niece's birthday party for her 10th. Then I went and watched the Club World Cup final at a bar. That was the thing that I went to Seattle for, was to watch the group matches of the Club World Cup. So they just finished, and Paris Saint-Germain got completely destroyed in an upset by Chelsea. So they got that huge medal, and it was funny. Trump was there, and he looked like the most uninterested person to being there at the match. And then at the end, the team gets up and they're holding the trophy and they're all celebrating. And Trump is standing there with them, and the team is furious because they're like, I don't care who you are. You don't stand with the team. The team did the work. And he's sitting there standing like he did something. And they're all looking at him like, could you get off the stage?
Why are you here?
Why are you here? This is not about you or politics or whatever. This is about us. This is our accomplishment. And I was just like, oh my gosh, dude, don't be aloof.
Yeah.
I mean,
yep.
Yeah. So anyway, they just kind of sullied the event just a little bit for everybody. Because I don't care what politician it would have been. Don't stand there and celebrate with everybody. I mean, let them have their moment. Oh, well.
It is weird.
Yeah, it is really awkward. I was watching it. I was like, oh, this is so cringe. And again, I don't care who it would have been. It was just cringy all around.
Yeah.
Fun weekends all around. I had a fun weekend too, but it was a lot more chill than that.
Yeah. One of the guys I race with, kind of a cool side note, because if he gets it, it'll be the only one of these I actually know. So he's in the final rounds of might be getting a new job. One of the guys I race with. So when he finally could announce it, because it's finally public information, because he's in the final stages. So he'll find out in 2 weeks whether or not he got the job, which is he will officially be, if he gets the job, a NASA astronaut.
Ooh.
And he announced it to the boat, and I looked at him. I was like, "Wait, people actually do that?" I thought that's something just kids say they want to be when they grow up, and no one actually really does it. You don't know it.
Well, some people actually do it.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, but it's not really. It's kind of it's not really your job, right? It's not like you're astronaut and that's like the only thing you do. You still have your job, but you also are an astronaut. It's kind of like a hybrid thing. So, but yeah, being selected is amazing. I mean, obviously that's a huge kudos. I mean, congratulations, because you know, you are in a very select group of people. You know,
so he made it through the first round of interviews, and there was like I think 140 candidates, and then like 2 weeks ago he went to Houston for a week-long interview with 40 candidates from the 120. And then there'll be 12 that get selected in 2 weeks. And those are the final 12 that will be hired in September. I'll have to move to Houston to start training. It's 2 years of training that you have to go through.
Yeah. And then what's even worse, he's going to go through that. And then there's still a possibility. Yeah. And there's still a possibility he may never go into space.
Yeah. So we asked him about that. I was like, so does it mean you get to go to space? He's like, well, 80% of astronauts go to space. There's still a 20% chance that you'll be grounded your entire
20% chance. And it could be for the most obscure reason that has nothing to do with you. It could just be like a mission gets scrubbed or
bad weather
whatever,
or something wrong.
You know, anything could happen. And they have these rotations already set up. You know, I mean, years in advance. So yeah, it's a possibility.
Yeah.
I'm look, fingers crossed for him. I hope it works out.
Yeah, I'm excited for him because if he gets it, that'll be cool. He's in the Army. He's a Apache helicopter pilot.
That makes sense. They usually select from the armed forces, of course. You know.
Yeah.
Especially Air Force and before any aviator.
Yeah.
You're already in the.
So before
running.
that, before he was a helicopter pilot, he was a nuclear engineer at the nuclear shipyard. So he built nuclear reactors. So smart guy, was a nuclear engineer. Then was bored at desk jobs, so he joined the Army to go fly helicopters, and now might fly rockets, maybe.
Well, he'll be part of a crew, anyway, hopefully.
Pretty cool.
So that'll be great.
So we'll find out in 2 weeks whether he gets it or not, and if he gets it, then he'll be the first astronaut that I've ever met in person. I don't think I've ever met another astronaut. Fun times.
I was with the program for NASA for a few years, so I got to meet a bunch of astronauts, and I was actually at Kennedy Space Center like all the time and everything.
Okay,
and they go through hell. I mean, the training, all the stuff, they go through hell, and I got so much respect for these guys. And they're the most humble people. I've met quite a few astronauts, even here, you know, in this area. And they are all like the kindest, coolest people. And they talk about it just like, I was in space. And I was like,
like
you've done something that like of course now you have like Katy Perry and people going up, getting launched up into space. They've kind of sullied it, but still though, it's still impressive though. You know, you got to, leave the mortal coil and all that kind of stuff.
Pretty cool.
Well, no, that's probably not the right terminology, but yeah, sure. All right.
Yeah. Anyways, you guys ready to talk about boats now instead?
Sure.
Because we're on a boat.
I was just going to complain about how badly I wanted to go to WatCon this weekend. Everyone was talking about it, doing WatCon.
How was it? Did it any cool things? I mean, now I'm sure you
it seemed like
got like the reconnaissance from everybody about like what was going on.
Yeah.
It seemed like there was a lot of partying.
Of course,
Party. I heard something about a yacht con being announced.
Okay. Is that Nablus' yacht?
I don't know if that's going to be on Nablus' yacht. Is that different?
Is that the joke about Nablus' yacht? Is that off?
I think
play
so.
Off of that?
It's probably pulled back to that, but like apparently they're actually doing like a Royal Caribbean cruise and everything for Wheel of Time.
Oh. Okay.
So like okay, you guys do that. I will never ever go on a cruise.
Yeah, this was
cruises.
Back, I think Davis had like 10. Yeah, so it was the yacht joke. Nablus is a YouTuber for Wheel of Time stuff, and the yacht joke started years ago. Like I think he only had like 10,000 subscribers at the time, and he said something, and like someone like was someone was trolling in the comments like about like, oh, well, since you're a big YouTuber, I bet you're super rich and you don't care, or said something like that. It's like, how much do you think YouTubers get paid? Like, like when you only like at 10,000 at that level, like it's not like Mr. Beast or something like that, where you get like millions and millions of subscribers. It's
Yeah.
at that level, like you're. He's like, so he made a joke. He's like, yeah, let me just use my patron money to buy my yachts or something. He said something like off, so it became this whole inside joke about Davis's yachts. All the yachts.
Yeah.
So, Tree, how come you don't like cruises? How come you don't like cruises?
Yeah.
Oh, I just don't like being in a sardine can in the middle of the ocean with like 1,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
That just does not seem like a good time to me.
Yeah.
And I'm claustrophobic, and I hear like the rooms are really small and just like, ugh.
And then there's the constant undulation of the water, boat on the water. Yeah.
There's so many distractions and stuff, and they're literally just distracting you from you being like in the middle of nowhere in the ocean, and I don't like that feeling. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm sure lots of people can relax, taken away from everything. Like it's relaxing to them, right?
This is what we saw. This is what we saw this weekend when we were sailing. Cruise ship. Yeah, it was coming out when we were out there sailing.
I think cruise ships are the most boring concepts ever. Yeah, I mean, they cater to people who don't have any imagination. Sorry, I'm going to bold statement. Who have no imagination about how to enjoy life. Right, look, I'd rather go to in fact, every time I travel, I set up my own plans. I find my own things to do. I don't want to be herded off of a boat and then sent to do the little activities they have. We stayed in the Virgin Islands. And St. Thomas, and we were there for a week. I mean, we had the run of the island, took the $1 cab. Literally, it's a cab you could take. You pay $1, and it will just ride you continuously around the entire island. It was the best. They had great vendors. I got this piece of black coral on a necklace and everything. Paid nothing for it. The cruise ship comes in. That day, the entire island changes. All the dollar buses went away. All the taxis cost $12. The vendors, all of the good stuff, like the black coral necklace and stuff I got, all gone. It was a bunch of tchotchke trinkets and stuff like that made in China. It was the crappiest. All the food was all this quick turnover food. It wasn't the natural, authentic food that they would make there. It was the worst. And I was so you're not landing at an island and getting the true experience because they know they got you because you only have 6 hours, 8 hours maybe. Yeah. So they're hey, you're not going to haggle. You're not going to do whatever. You're just trying to get off the boat, blah, 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 hurry up, get herded back to the boat. And it was the worst 2 days when that cruise pulled in.
Yeah. And that would be the only thing that would make me want to go on a cruise is that they go to all these different places. So,
but then you're herded
you can probably do it on your own. It'd probably come out a lot cheaper.
Yeah, you can rent a sailboat and just go island hopping yourself. It's a whole lot cheaper.
And we said rent a sailboat. I mean, you can rent a sailboat with somebody to actually operate the boat for you. Yeah, so much cheaper.
A whole lot cheaper than a cruise.
Oh my gosh, yes. Insane. Yeah, insane cheap. And I'm talking about a nice sailboat, with sleeping quarters. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like a big catamaran.
I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
And then people always talk about, I got to eat and drink as much as they want. They give you a bunch of food, sure, but the drink package is crazy expensive if you want to get unlimited alcohol on those cruises. So, and me, I would need to get my money's worth. I'm brushing my teeth with whiskey if I'm on that thing. Anyway.
My teeth with a bottle of Jack.
That's right. I keep my mouthwash in a bottle of Jack.
All right, Alan. Sorry, we're going to talk about Tress now.
We can talk about the book. Chapter. I was trying to be an extra good listener. Chapter 28, the extra good listener.
Oh. You're so good.
Is it Tress chapter?
Yeah, the extra.
I didn't pay attention to the chapter names at all. I paid attention to the one.
Yeah, I just noticed they all start with the liar, the listener, the ship hand.
Yep.
That sounds like episodes of is it Seinfeld or Friends or one of them is the something. Which of the sitcoms has that format for their titles?
It's Always Sunny. The gang goes. The gang. It's always the gang.
That's true. It is the gang. Something on that.
The gang.
Except for when it's Frank gets on. No, Dee has a heart attack, and they don't do that. Which It's Always Sunny just started up again. The other half of the crossover episode with Abbott Elementary just aired, so that was fun.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. So the good listener. So Tress is with Dr. Ulam, and they're talking about Crow and about the vines, and asking. Tress is asking Ulam if that's why the crew's so afraid of her. And he's like, well, she must be a spore eater. Crow has what they call rogue verdant essence. Basically, the spores live inside of her, and she has to keep on drinking lots and lots of water in order to keep it alive. Eventually, it will kill her, and they're surprised she's not dead already. Ulam explains. And Tress is trying to figure out like where this comes in and the plot and the Dead Runners. Like, why are they doing this? What are they doing? She's trying to put all the pieces together. Meanwhile, Ulam is trying to show off his new ears because he has an ear in his arm.
Irregardless.
Irregardless.
By the way, also I put that up because that is like my pet peeve. I hate the word irregardless because it means the same thing as regardless.
It's regardless.
So, yeah. So I figured I would know it myself and put that up as my name.
Yeah. And as they're talking about the different types of spores and that kind of thing, she then asks about midnight essence. And yeah, Ulam tells her a little bit about how that works. That
midnight essence sounds like a cologne that you buy at a Rite Aid.
Now, have we seen this before?
You know.
Have we seen midnight essence before?
Probably, but I don't remember where.
By name. Do you remember this tree?
Midnight essence?
Mm-hmm.
Not I.
So in one of Dalinar's flashbacks, these black blobs come in. He has to fight them off. God. And the Radiant shows up and goes, "Are those Voidbringers?" He goes, "No, that's just midnight essence, but I'm not sure who's controlling them." And he's like, "What?" And then he snaps out of the dream.
Jeez, that's a deep cut.
It's right on the nose.
That is that's from Way of Kings. Wow.
That is from Way of Kings.
The return
the balloon animals. We had a whole thing about the balloon animals coming out. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So now we get the other side of it, where like he's like, because Downer's like, "Are those Voidbringers?" He's like, "No, that's just midnight essence." But I don't know who's controlling.
I do remember that scene though, where he thinks they're he thinks they're Voidbringers, and I remember that being specifically said that they are not. Yeah, I did not remember what they were called.
No, they're called midnight essence, and I don't know who's controlling them.
Wow, that's crazy.
Crossover.
That's fun. That's a fun one.
That is a
big
Cosmere.
It's a fun crossover.
Yeah,
that's why it's so fun going back and rereading all these different books, and you see all these little tiny like things from other books. Like that's where they come from. Oh, and that's how they're controlled. Okay, now we see the other side of that. Whereas
but how did they get from that planet? How did they jump planets? That's the next question,
How's anything jumping planet?
Well, I mean, I guess you could.
We still don't understand this, right?
No, because I don't know when it happened, but there was also like a Warbreaker drop, which I'm just gonna say it because there was no context, but Awakeners was mentioned.
Yes. Yeah, it was mentioned.
Look, the only thing we know so far is that there's a portal. And that's the portal that Void uses at the end of Elantris. That's the only thing we've seen so far that looks like it's kind of a teleportation thing so far. I mean, that takes you maybe off-world, possibly. Not the same portal that they used towards the end of Elantris when they were traveling, across lands and all that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, and so after we get the Midnight Essence reveal, she goes to talk to Hoid more about the sorceress, and he's of course can't say much, but he's able to decode something about a familiar or talking animal, and that kind of triggers something in Tress's mind as well.
And of course, every time I hear familiar, all I think about is it's what we do in the shadows and vampires and how they like have a familiar, which is like basically like their servant.
That's another Warbreaker crossover too. Familiars.
Yeah.
Anyway, familiars?
Okay.
Kind of. Is it? No, it's not. Not that.
I mean, familiars is a common. That's a common term that's used like across all kinds of literature, though. So,
but I don't says like where there's something else where he says something like, "Well, I'm alive," and he goes, or something like that. It's like an Ulam says something along the lines of like, "Well, that doesn't mean anything depending on what world you're in." Like,
yeah, no, that's actually said. It's actually said in this chapter. She says, "I'm talking to you," and he's like, "That doesn't mean anything."
That doesn't mean you're alive.
Yeah, he says it in this in like 2 chapters from now. Right. He says that. Yeah, to her.
It was like related back to the familiar, so the Awakeners thing.
The Awakeners thing, yeah.
Mistborn was also connected to the familiars. I do remember that, but it's hard for me to remember everything and also without spoiling things.
It starts.
Just everyone needs to know that I noticed it. Thank you very much. I notice things sometimes.
Kudos.
Thank you.
So this clicks with Tress about the whole familiar thing. So Tress goes to interrogate Huck about the sorceress. Because the familiars might be spies of the sorceress. And
she is pissed.
So we get to chapter 29, the familiar.
Yeah.
She starts interrogating Huck, and he tries to tell her he's like, "Well, I'm not really exactly a familiar." And
because
I can't really talk.
There's no way he can be a familiar because he's not the only one. His entire family can speak, and he's already said that he won't explain the backstory. So it already kind of flew in the face his idea of him being a familiar. So he's something else. We just don't know what yet.
Okay. You don't believe the little talking rat man?
Well, because I mean, if you're a familiar, you're basically like they choose an animal and then they make it. And I'm just talking about in most common lore. I'm not talking about specifically for the Cosmere. You take an animal and then you turn it into your familiar. You know, like I mean,
is that how it works?
Yeah, generally. So it's like if I choose this animal and I imbue upon it special abilities. It's not like it already had abilities. So when he said his whole family talks, I was like, well, then he's not the familiar then. I mean, he might come from a line of animals that at some point in time one was the familiar, but it just didn't make sense with me unless the rules of this world are different when it comes to familiars. But I feel like it's probably kind of staying in line with most, the way that most of these things work, right? That's what I'm thinking. I'm opining here, but those are my thoughts.
I don't know. I always thought familiars just found you. Like in all the shows I've watched, it's like, oh, this is like, and it's usually a cat, right? It's like, oh, this cat found you. It must be a familiar.
Yeah, but usually the cat can talk and do some other stuff, and that's usually because like the witch will actually put powers into the cat.
Oh.
Like Sabrina the Teenage Witch. She had the
I was about to say that.
Oh yeah, she has a teenage witch. I mean, a teenage.
So she had the talking cat. So.
But I never knew how that came to be.
Yeah, because I think that's the way it typically works. Is they get special powers, but it's provided to them by the witch or the vampire or whatever chooses it.
Right.
I choose you, Pikachu.
Yeah. I choose you.
So
Pokemon. Yeah. After this, they talk a little bit about around the curses of the sorceress, and Huck points out also that Crow's interest in Tress is likely not good, and Tress is like, "Well, how about you go spy on Crow again?" And he's like, "Yeah, last time I think that's why she got the cat." So I'm not really comfortable with that. But then Tress thinks about like, well, it says the Midnight Essence can be used for spying. Just then, Soleil comes in and wants to discuss who Tress really is. I know what you are.
Yeah. I like her accent, the accent that's used for her in the audiobook. It's really fun.
It is really fun.
It is. So, chapter 30, the King's Mask. So they go into a whole discussion where, she accuses Tress of being a King's Mask, and Tress has no idea what that is. She's just like, sure, I guess,
sure, okay.
Whatever.
Well, first she's accused of being.
Well, she says no. It's like only a King's Mask will deny being a King's Mask.
No, but first she's accused of actually being
inspector.
Inspector. She's like, but just because I have the coat, I already told you. And she's like, but what better way to show that you're an inspector than to pretend that you're not Inspector with the Inspector's coat, so that way you're not. So the logic just was like circular, and I was like, okay,
yeah,
this
whatever.
reminds me of Monty Python, The Life of Brian, where it's like I'm not the Messiah. Only the true Messiah denies that he's the Messiah. Okay, I am the Messiah. He is the Messiah.
I haven't seen that in so long. I have to go rewatch Life of Brian.
Yeah. Only the true Messiah denies that he's the Messiah. Okay, he is the Messiah.
He admitted it.
All right, I am the King's man. He is the King's man.
That's exactly what that was.
So Tress is just, but Soleil, they talk for a bit, and Soleil actually ends up inviting them, I guess, to their meeting.
Secret meeting.
Yeah, but Soleil also secret meeting. Soleil says that she knows that Crow meant for Tress to leave, and Tress chose not to. And Tress is like, I stayed because of you guys. And she's like, sure. And she's like, okay, listen, now, there's something wrong. And she says, like, look, Lagarde swapped out the bombs. She's like, how do you know this? Like, you are King's Mass. Obviously, you know these secrets. And she's like, I just know a lot about barrels.
How did this get leaked, though, that she was offered a chance to get off the boat? Never answered. So either Crow explicitly told everybody that to sow discourse between them, or someone else overheard something and was spying. So that part never gets answered. And I kept looking for something to say, oh, well, this person overheard something, but somebody had to let it slip. And somebody had to know, which means that, because that conversation was just exclusively, well, with her and Crow and, what's his name, was nearby.
Fort?
The other one that conspires with Crow.
Lagarde
was nearby, because remember, she thought Tress thought he might have heard her when she was kind of walking by.
He was watching her and then stomped off like, I really.
Oh yeah, that's right. To make it seem like, but here I go, leaving my post.
Yeah,
that's right. So anyway, but so he's the only other one that was in the area. So of course, there's a conspiratorial thing. So maybe he's the one that's got the loose lips that sink ships.
Maybe.
You see what I did? You see what I did there? Because he's the guy that actually sabotages the cannon falls. Loose lips that sinks.
A loose cannon
ships. See.
Smart, clever. So they get invited to this secret meeting. And Soleil exits after this, and Huck offers to spy on Crow, but Tress feels bad about it because she knows it'll be dangerous. So she goes and gets the midnight spores and prepares to water them.
Which I don't know how she knew what was going to happen. And she was like, "It's okay, I got this."
Olam told her a little bit about
no,
really,
not really.
It happened.
This whole thing was vague. I'm sorry, as somebody that listened to it for the first time. It was so vague to me, not only the explanation of how it works, but then when it actually goes down, I was like, so they're mind melding over the fact she drinks some water and she wants to control it because she's in the whole thing just
yeah, because even when
it's like
heard the description from Ulam, I thought he said he needed water of life, and I thought that meant blood. It was something
spit
like that.
Or blood,
Yeah, so I thought that would have connected
I got
to the
really
creature,
confused.
But it didn't. Yeah, so I was like, oh, let's see what the water does.
And of course, it sounds like it's like a symbiote. Like I think of Venom from Spider-Man or something, but Venom from Spider-Man has to cling to your body to work. But this is and
Hoid tries to explain it. Just mental. It's more symbiotic or parasitic, kind of bond that happens.
Right, but she had to appease it by drinking a gallon of water, basically. And then once the water ran out, she lost the ability to really control it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, this whole thing just really... And, if I was given a quiz on this, I'm failing. That's all I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah. But they also explain different types of bonds a little bit here. it's not like they don't they name it like the Luo bond and the nail bond?
Yes,
exchanging consciousness for reality, anchoring to reality.
They tried to explain it.
Thank you, Tree. Thank you. They tried
real hard.
They did, but it's still all of it. I felt like the slowest kid in class here. I was like, I have no idea how this is all working.
Something I could explain the nail bond better if we were further along in Stormlight. I can't without spoilers.
Alan, why did you make us read this now?
Because it's fun, and you don't need to read everything else to read this. These are like little footnotes.
Yeah, but we don't get to know the answers.
We can talk
the only thing about
it.
Knowing that this is the only book from this particular story.
Yeah.
I mean, typically I would hold out hope like we would have done for other books, and I'm like, okay, they'll explain it a little bit more as you get further along. This being a one and done, I'm like, I don't think you're going to get to this. I mean, we're already at what is this? Is the end of which part? Part
3?
Part 3.
4, because 5 starts next episode.
Yeah, Part 4. Yes.
So there's not much more left in this book. I'm like, I don't think you're going to get this all explained in time.
I have faith.
Yeah.
You have faith? Okay.
Yeah,
well, I trust in Tree. I always trust in Tree. Nope, I trust in Tree. That's all I need to know. Nope. Faith restored. Tree said so.
Yep.
It is so. Tree has blessed
we snap back. After Hoid kind of gives his explanation, we snap back to Tree, and she's feeling water leaving her body as
you mean Tress?
Tress. Tress. Okay. I meant Tress.
No, I like Tree.
Tree. Yeah, Tree's in there. As Minute Essence grows. Tress agrees. Agrees, and the Minute Essence adopts kind of a image of Huck. So like she kind of gives it a thinks about something, and it correlates to what she thinks about. But she has to
that's how that works.
It's like this.
So it looks like a rat kind of thing because she was thinking about Huck?
she thought about Huck and asked it to turn to that in her mind, and it agreed and tried to create its image.
Because she's thinking of spying, she's used Huck for spying, and so it just was a familiar way to do that. If she had been thinking about a grasshopper, she would have turned it into a grasshopper.
It would try to catch a grasshopper. Yeah.
Okay. Man, that part overhead did not even catch.
So that's how. So it's just something she needs something small that fit the size, and she's like a rat. Okay, and it kind of, but it doesn't quite get it right because it is what it is. It's like really weird.
As soon as there's a rat right there, you would have thought it could be like, oh, I got it, no problem. I mean,
yeah.
All right.
You gotta give her some slack for her first try.
I'm saying I think Tress got it right. I think the Blob.
Yeah.
I blame the Blob. The Blob is like, I'll emulate this thing you're thinking of, but the rat's right there that she's trying to emulate. So you would have thought he would just look over and be like, "Oh, that thing? Sure, I got it."
Stupid Blob.
Yeah, I know. So, Blobs be stupid.
Blobs do be stupid.
So yeah, they do. And she, I guess, kind of almost like working, she goes into the Blob with her mind. So she just falls asleep in a dream, but it controls it. So it goes down the hallway to Crow's quarters, and they get in there, and she's
working. Where's it from? Working.
Game of Thrones.
There you go. That's Brandon, right. I was like, you said working, and I was like, okay, I know instantly what that is. What book series is that from that I've read?
Game of Thrones.
That's right. Thank you. Yes. All right.
Yeah. Where they work into birds and
ravens specifically, and then the wolves. That's right. Yeah. Dire wolves.
Dire wolves.
Yes. Bigger than normal wolves.
And she gets to overhear a little bit of the conversation that Crow's meeting. She also sees the book, and the Blob's like, "Words? Why are there words? I don't know words." And
words, true words. And she has to kind of force it like a mental UFC match of mentalities.
Yeah,
you will read these words. Words suck.
Words. I hate words.
It's like sawdust in my eyes. I think it's one of the phrases that he uses.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they realize they're trying to find the location of Exus, and which is the dragon. She reads
undersea
more.
Dragon, by the way.
Living
I got all questions about.
Under the sea.
And
see, I thought an undersea dragon would be a Leviathan, but sure, undersea dragon.
Yeah,
we'll make it work.
Maybe. But as she's trying to read, she hears footsteps approaching, and then Huck ends up severing the tie and pulls her out just because she's super dehydrated. She's almost dying from this at this point because it's sucking all the water out of her.
She said her fingers were like all like shriveled from all the moisture had come out of her fingers, and her tongue was like super, super dry. All the things. I was like,
there's something else that Tree knows about that does something similar to this. It likes to kill things. It wants to kill some evil
things. Does it like to kill evil things?
It likes to kill evil things. It does something very similar.
Okay.
Okay. But with that, we'll get to that. Let's see. Midnight SS fights Tress on further reading. Then, of course, Huck pulls her out and she's dehydrated. So she recuperates and plans to go meet with the other officers. All right.
I don't remember the
anything from that chapter.
Dehydrating people.
Say that again, Tree.
I don't remember the evil killing thing dehydrating.
It doesn't dehydrate now.
Okay.
But I'll talk about that later. But yeah.
Yeah, and I know that it's
similar
also
kind of like
more
function.
Stormlight, like more detail in Stormlight, but I have not gotten that far yet. I just know about that from people.
Got it. Okay.
So,
chapter 32, The Liberator. Ready for chapter 32?
Yeah.
See.
All right. So, entering the secret meeting, Tress is introduced as the King's Mask by Soleil, and Ford and Anne are just like, really? She's a King's Mask? And they point out, like, if she were real agents, like, they'd be in trouble because they're dead runners right now. And Soleil doubles down, like, no, that's exactly what the mask wants us to think. Just like, I don't know if I can keep this ruse going. I don't know.
But she doesn't want to take their hope away.
Yeah, she considers telling them that she's a mask just so they can feel like it. But she brings up the Dead Runner cannonballs and explains how Crow wants to bind them to her will. And Fort suggests persuading crew to sail to a less populated sea so they don't have to kill anybody. It's like, why don't we just all sail to the Crimson Sea? And Tress is like, yeah, let's do that. We just have to convince Crow. And like, they're good luck doing that. It's like, Chris is like, I think that'll be really easy to do.
Like, I'm sure we can.
How would you know? He's like, I'll convince her.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tress does a really good job of like making it seem like it's her idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which she does again, and then finds out that actually she was the one getting played. But we'll get there.
We'll get there.
But yeah, she like really, she's like, what if we went somewhere less populated? You have to worry about running across the ships and things.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't also want to let her know all of her knowledge either, because then they'll even think more she's a King's Mask. So she's trying to like walk this thin line of like edging them along.
Yeah,
to, like,
she's
like,
she's trying,
but not give away. Like, she's trying.
She's trying hard, but it is not really coming off. She's yeah.
Yep. So they agree to this plan, though, that Tress will go talk to Crow and try to convince him to go to the Crimson Sea. So
right.
Chapter 33, The Liar. So Tress approaches Crow, who immediately asks, like, why are you really here? And she's like, well, I'm here to talk to you. Like, no, not here right now. Like, why are you out on the sea? Like, what? I want to see the world. Really? Like, Crow doesn't buy it.
We all knew that wasn't going to fly. Come on.
Yeah. And she tries to share that she hopes that she can save someone from the sorcerer. So she doesn't end up saving that. And Crow laughs and is like, so you came on this boat to try to sail to the Midnight Sea by yourself. And she's like, well, I was hoping to have a crew. Like, this crew is like, you think you're go to the Midnight Sea with you? Like, you're delusional. Like, she's like, well, maybe we could just try the Crimson Sea first. And tries to make it like a little suggestion. And she's like, the crew would never be on board with that. That is what Crow says to her. And she's like, oh, let me handle that. I can get them on board. But yeah, just the whole entire thing.
She's like, if I can get them to go to the Crimson Sea, then we can go to the Midnight Sea.
She's trying to be smooth about it.
Yeah.
Isn't the problem with
is that the way it went? Was it that she offered? Did she first recommend going to the Midnight Sea and then said, well, maybe since no one's going to go to Midnight Sea, let's do the Crimson Sea first. So it's like her trying to play,
right?
Like really trying to slow play her hand,
right?
Because she knows the low hanging fruit is she obviously wants to go to the Crimson Sea. So
and Crow agrees. He's like, if you can get the crew on board, we'll go to the Crimson Sea.
Yeah.
So Tress is thinking that she's actually playing all of this perfectly.
Oh yeah, she's got Crow. She
doesn't know all the cards.
Oh man,
she didn't get all the information first, like she said she was gonna.
Yeah, she said she was gonna take her time and stop and think.
Now the thing is, though, she's dealing with a captain who obviously has like all kinds of maniacal machinations at her disposal. She's, doing all the things to make sure she can lock her crew in to be obedient to her by making them all ostracized by, whatever kingdom it is that they actually exist under. She thinks that she's going to be able to outsmart her. I was like, this is really... I feel like it's a lot of braggadocio to be like, I can go in here and I'm going to outsmart this, pirate. And I'm like, no, this is all of it seems sus. And I was like, there's no way you're playing her. She's playing you like easily the cheapest fiddle of all time.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man. The whole time I'm listening to this, by the way, I'm shaking my head like, it's not this simple. It is not this simple. I was like, you're the one getting played.
It wasn't.
I know, because she's like, oh my goodness, I'm playing her into position. But the whole time she's like, I'm playing you.
Sucker.
Got him.
Pretty much. Got him. Yeah. So, and so we get to the final chapter, which is the Tosher, which Hoid then goes into a whole entire long tale about the Tosher for the first half of the book, or half of this chapter.
Which I like that story.
About the Tosher.
It's a good story.
Yeah, requesting the 2 potatoes, switch to the cornbread. He hated
not
cornbread.
Realizing that he actually created the situation by asking for 2 potatoes, and not realizing that you are the one that created the downfall of potato Happy Meals.
Right.
Yeah. He just wanted people to get more fiber in their diet.
Do potatoes have a lot of fiber? I don't know. Yeah. I know you got a lot of starch. I don't know about fiber. I didn't know that. Oh, wait, the skin. I bet you the skin has fiber. It has to, right? Yeah. Which is the reason why potato skins have to be like the best thing ever, right?
Yeah, potato skins are delicious. Get the potato boats.
They don't serve those at restaurants like they used to. By the way, this is now the food hour of the podcast. So it's time for food hour of the podcast. I used to love potato skins. When I go, you get the little... They put chives and bacon and
cheese, sour cream, and
I just make them myself.
The crispiness of that potato skin, and you eat the whole thing. It's the only time I ever eat the whole. Other than like when you make like French fries, where it's like they cut the potato skin on it, right? But but potato skins were the best. That was like a '90s, early 2000s thing, and now.
You can't find them
potato skins at a pub the other day, actually.
Look, I would put this call out. You can get them in Canada?
Oh, yeah, they're still roaring here.
Get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
That's the reason why Canada is better than America.
Because they got
potato skin.
Only reason Canada is better than America.
Wait, what?
I think they still serve it at County Grill.
Stop the press. I'm going to County Grill tomorrow for lunch. I never take lunch. I'm going to go to County Grill for lunch just so I can get some potato skins because I haven't had them in so long, and it's like I love potato skins.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Smoke does them too, but they put brisket. They put shredded brisket on top of it, so it's really, really fancy. Yeah, but they're really fancy, and I kind of don't want fancy ones. I want like the potato skins you used to be able to get at like TGI Fridays, like basic, just cooked, crispy.
Oh, this one
simple. you know.
Yeah, they have I'm on their menu right now. They have potato boats loaded with brisket, bacon, chili, topped with cheese, onions, and sour cream.
Yeah, that's the smoke.
That's kind of grilled too.
That's kind of grills.
Yeah,
they have brisket on theirs too. Oh,
yeah.
Let's do some basic ones. In fact, at one point in time, TGI Fridays used to actually sell their potato skins frozen. You could get them in like a bag. And you could make them at home yourself. Just put them in the oven, 350 for like 10 minutes or whatever, and then you'd have potato skins. But
yeah,
went the way of the dodo, unfortunately.
I wonder if they have them at Alpha Pit Smokers. Let me see. Do they have them there? No.
I was on a whole TikTok adventure earlier about how many burgers can you get from one cow. It was like a 5-part video of them just making burgers out of a cow. And they
so
never
how many burgers can you get out of? They never told us.
It was a trap. It was a burger trap.
That sucks. I mean, if you're gonna put you through all of that and then not,
you could have counted them, maybe, I guess, but
oh my goodness, no happy ending on that massage, huh? Wow.
It was a lot, though. It was like a lot.
Well, Alpha Pit Smokers has the bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers, which that sounds good.
Ooh, I love those too. I had those and the potato skins at the same time.
Bacon wrapped. I don't think I've ever.
Dude!
He says a bacon wrapped jalapeno. Does that mean it has the cheese inside the jalapeno and then it's wrapped in bacon?
Yeah. Jalapeno half stuffed with cream cheese wrapped in smoked bacon, drizzled with fig glaze.
Oh, it's cream cheese inside. Okay, I'm only asking because I'm going to make it myself.
It's Alpha Pit Smoke Masters. They have barbecue lumpia, deep fried spring rolls stuffed with smoked meats.
Don't even mess with me right now. What? Where is this at?
Yeah, that's in off Hampton Highway in York County. It's Alpha Pit Smokers. It's delicious. It's so good. It's like a hole in the wall too.
Oh my goodness! Guess where I'm going for date night this week.
Dude, it's so good. It's worth it.
Can I come for date night, Alonda?
Yes, you're more than welcome.
Yay!
All are welcome.
Yeah, it's so good.
Oh my goodness.
So good. Your wife's gonna love me. I promise.
Oh, like she's not gonna like you. Come on. Come on.
That sounds so good. Barbecue lumpia?
Barbecue. I need this in my life now. You told me this exists. I can't go without it.
Olympia. Barbecue Olympia.
The best spring roll. It's originated in the Philippines, and they take like typically you get like spring rolls. They have like a thicker wrap, but lumpia has a really thin wrap, and you cut all of the vegetables extremely like tiny, like little shreds of vegetables, and a little bit of meat sometimes, and you wrap them up. And you've seen a taquito, right? Which is basically like a taquito is like a Mexican.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like the Filipino version of that, except for they're not using tortillas; they're using like these like spring roll wraps, and they are addictive. And once you have some, and back in the day, in most places, I used to get lumpia, and they used to be 25 cents a pop. Now they're like more, but they are so friggin' good.
Yeah, I mean,
it's $2.50. It's $2.50 a pop.
Yeah, LUMPIA. Lumpia.
That makes more sense.
It's $250 a pop there, but it's
$250 a pop. Really, for each lumpia?
Yeah, $2.50. $2.
I thought you said. Yeah, I thought you said $250.
$250.
He did.
$250.
It cost about $250. $250. I know it's supposed to be $350. It's supposed to be $350, but hey, whatever. You know,
it's
$2.
It was about that time I recognized she was a succubus.
It was just a toonie.
Yes, but lumpia, that is easily my guilty pleasure, my weakness. I don't eat a lot. I don't go crazy for food, but Lord have mercy, you put some lumpia in front of me and I become a fat boy instantly.
Well,
dude, you gotta check that out. That's good.
I'm chomping them down like Pac-Man in a maze of ghosts.
So anyway, we learn all about the Tosher, and then we switch back to Tress, who is really, really uncomfortable about the conversation with Crow, just because she thinks that she had spotted the midnight spores, and she's worried that it left a residue, that she might have saw it, might have evidence. So she goes to ask Oolong, after she severs. Is there any evidence? And Ulam's like, no, it just turns to smoke. Like, there no residue. So that.
So this has not explained though. How is it? So basically, are they one and done use situations, or can it one and done? Okay, got it. So like when we talked about, when Kaladin saw, the ones that landed, in that flash. Well, not was it Kaladin? It was Dalinar, right?
Dalinar, yeah.
Right. That saw them in his vision state. We're going to call it that. That those must have all, like, once they were done with their mission, they just disappeared.
They turned smoke. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
But there was a ton of them. They were big.
Yeah,
they weren't little small ones. There's
right. They were like soldiers basically, right?
Yeah, so that's crazy. Like, who could control all that?
Well, maybe not one person. Maybe it's like a whole fleet of. I think about that scene in Guardians of the Galaxy,
mention too that Ulam did say something like, if you make them too big, though, you lose control of them too.
Mm-hmm.
He did say
that kind of sounds like that sounds like Mistborn, where you talk about the oh, what's my blue skin dudes?
Kolos.
Kolos, thank you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They get too big, and you got too many of them, and it's kind of hard to control.
Those guys were nasty.
Oh, they were definitely nasty. I hated the descriptions of them. The whole idea of the skin not fitting right on them. I was like, cringe.
Yeah. Total cringe.
So as Tress is talking to Ulam, she reassures Tress about, or he reassures Tress about the point of the smoke, and then they kind of start talking a little bit about how Tress got the better of Crow, and about being manipulated, and they mentioned the Crimson Sea and going to see the dragon, and Ulam's like, well, yeah, I mean, the dragon's going to require trade if she's going to cure Crow, and he's like, oh, well, how much money do you think the dragon needs? And maybe I should have stayed off the Crimson Sea longer so we can get some more money first. And Ulam's like, oh no, the dragon doesn't care about money. They have all the money in the world. Like, it needs slaves,
servants,
and they're like, and she's like, wait, what kind of slaves? Like,
what types of
people that are really comfortable with spores? And Tress is like,
people not afraid of spores.
Crap.
And then I'm gonna quote the pseudo Morgan Freeman pseudo Morgan Freeman meme. It was about that time I realized I was screwed.
You fucked up.
I was gonna say that. I had just fucked up. But yes.
Yep.
So here the whole time she thought she was on top of it, and realized, oh no, lady.
Nope.
You got played.
The reason why Crow, and it all clicks, like that's why Crow was so excited that she offered to stay and become a sprouter. She's like, wait, you're not scared of spores? And she's like, no. He's like, you can stay. Yeah, please stay. In fact, do whatever you want. That's great.
Now, how long do you think Crow was probably willing to long play this thing for months, maybe years, if she had to?
If she had that much time.
If she
came right, because they make it seem like she's going to die in a year, but she's obviously gone a lot longer with this infestation in her than normal people. So maybe it's just about her resolve, or I don't know, taking care of herself. Who knows? But the fact she came to her like immediately and then like made it seem like it's her idea, like, oh yeah, we should go to the Crimson Sea, and she's like, well, this is a great howdy do. I mean, that has to be like the best. That has to be the best birthday present ever. You just be like, oh, really? You want to go to the Crimson Sea? Okay, I guess we'll go.
If you can convince the crew, that sounds like a good idea.
If you can do it, then I guess I'll relent and go along with your little plan.
Yeah.
Oh, Tress.
The hubris on this little lady. I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's great. Yep. So that's how we end this part with Tress clicking together that she's going down a road that she definitely doesn't want to go down now. But she's kind of
now she's locked in.
Backed herself in a corner. Yeah, she's locked in. Now she has to find a new way out of this. So
how is she gonna get out of this bucket of syrup?
Yeah.
Bucket of syrup.
Yeah, that's actually it's hilarious. There's a Patton Oswalt skit, and he talks about how the Duke boys would get stuck in like all these like things on the Dukes of Hazzard, and then it was like they always right before they would go to the commercial break, and it was like you would see the General Lee like going over a impossible jump or something, and then the announcer would be like, "How is he gonna get out of this bucket of syrup? We gotta see after the commercial break," or whatever. And so Patton Oswalt would like do like other takes on that, and bucket of syrup, by the way, is one of the ones that Patton Oswalt used, but those things are hilarious. And so I feel like that right now with Tress. How is she gonna get out of this situation?
Yeah,
her bucket of syrup.
Exactly.
Yes. How is she gonna get out of this pigsty?
All right. Anything else we missed, or anything else you want to talk about from this section of reading?
Well, I was like a little confused about the parasite that she had, like that Captain has. We didn't talk about it very much in the beginning of this. I wasn't sure, like.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about ethers.
The ether, which reminds me of what we do.
Aethers. Yeah.
Oh, aethers.
We talk about the aethers.
Aethers. Okay. Because like somehow it's connected to the moon, and then like Ulam's like, he said something snarky like, what did he say?
Yeah.
It's like, I bet everybody.
He talked about investiture. Yeah.
Investiture.
He mentioned investiture. He mentioned investiture. Yeah.
Okay, which I heard you and Jim talk about when Alonda was away, and I didn't know what that meant. So, but I've heard that word before.
We talked about it. We talked about it in Way of Kings because there's a whole section of the investitures that Joe and seek out investiture, which is what, what's his name from Stormlight called what Kaladin has with the Stormlight. They talk about it in that chapter. Teft, yeah. Teft talks about it in the chapter after he survives the storm wall. He's pulled down. He's being healed, and Teft talks a little his background, his backstory about growing up with his family believed in. Anyway, there's a whole thing about that. But that's all we know, really. It's very vague, but the word's been used before.
Yeah, the word's definitely been used, and I have like an inkling of an idea of what it is. Like I kind of figured it was what Kaladin did, but I didn't understand the mechanics. And I don't understand the mechanics of this parasite that is also still connected to the moon. It's like, is the moon a hive mind?
And we still haven't really been told how they actually get from the moon. I mean, Ulam kind of talks about it a little bit, but it's not really explained. He's like trying to sound like he's pseudo-explaining it, but it's not really explaining it.
Yeah. It's like, well, how the Midnight Essence kind of worked, where the guy was saying she has to drink the water to like appease the one on the moon.
Right.
So it's like the parasite is like a hive mind with whatever is living on the moon. It seems like it has to drink water from the world they're on so that thing doesn't die. And there's like multiple people. Is that? And I'm wondering if this is just like the green sea, or if they're like these people with all of the seas and all of the moons have like this queen bee spore monster.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It freaked me out.
Interesting.
And I'm interested.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you could share any more information about that.
I'm sure he's not.
No. Not really.
See,
I wish I could, but not without being spoilery.
Well, that's my impression now. I'm like, there's just more freaking stuff that keeps coming out, like new stuff. Like, can we start wrapping up some of the other stuff? Maybe. No.
Is this gonna be another? Yeah, is this gonna be another Sanderlanche where like it's gonna get down to the end? It's gonna be like it's gonna be a wall of exposition.
This is the quote. This is the quote you're referring. Your moons are home to a group of voracious entities known as aethers. Though true aethers on other worlds have symbiosis with people, the ones on your moons have become insatiable, aggressive, and funked. Fecund.
And Tress says, I'm not allowed to say that word.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. What was the word?
Fecund.
Fecund. Fecund.
Yeah, fecund. Yeah.
Fecund. Yeah.
I like when people use archaic words and stuff. You know, it's like words that have been deprecated over time just because it's just never heard. And it's like you can use those words all the time and sound like you're cussing at somebody.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, that's definitely an archaic.
Yep.
Yeah, I have lots of questions about all of that. So.
Yeah.
I have a book of archaic words.
At some point, once we get done with this book, remind me, and if they haven't explained it, because I don't remember if they do or not, I will go more into detail. How about that?
Okie dokie. I'll remind you that you promised that.
Yes.
I will not remember that.
Let me know.
So Tree, that is your responsibility.
Well, now that it's my responsibility, that's a lot of pressure.
It's a whole lot.
You can't use the R word and it's triggering.
What? Remember?
Responsibility.
Oh, okay. I thought remember. I was like, what?
Responsibility.
Listen, you guys are lucky I remember to show up here every Monday, okay?
You are responsible. Yeah. You are responsible for picking a favorite character though, so boom.
Okay, well I went first.
Oh wait,
week,
cups. So. Cups are fast. Cups. I did an Oktoberfest cup.
Cups.
Oktoberfest.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah,
my
I
cup
just grabbed a random glass.
One that I use for my paint water cup. I've had it for literally forever. I don't even remember its origins. It has created many beautiful paintings including this brand new shiny one that I was just working on.
But you're not drinking out of that cup. You're just
No, this is just a cup of pure creation. I can't drink out of it. You might die. It's like a whole.
I was gonna say that doesn't seem like it would be very safe.
No.
Got it.
This is just water for my paintings.
Okay.
It brings life to them, but death to people, probably. Most likely.
Death to people, but life to my paintings.
Yes.
That should be like the subtitle on your website. Death to people, but life to my paintings.
I was trying to make
we'll get to Yumi we'll get to Yumi the Nightmare Painter eventually. All right, that's another Cosmere book.
Oh, that's right. That's gonna be all about. That's gonna be Tress's book. Trees book, not Tress's book.
Trees book. Trees.
Yes. Well, I think it's interchangeable now because I'm.
It is
the book
trees.
Yeah.
Trees. Yes.
All right. So favorite character.
Well, my cup, by the way, is the Horton Vineyard.
Oh, nice.
Sesquicentennial Civil War glass. So it's celebrating the 150th anniversary.
Nice.
Of the Civil War. So, favorite character. I get to go first. I'm going to go Oolong because I had irregardless on my thing. I had to use him. He said regardless so many times, and then I was like, "Don't say irregardless. Don't say irregardless." And then he said irregardless. I was like, "Ah, damn it!" But then he said all the stuff about the ear, and I was like, "Ha ha!" I get to flip it around.
Yeah.
Irregardless.
I'm not sure in the book how it's spelled though. It might actually be spelled the way you just did it.
No, it is.
Is it actually spelled irregardless? Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
If it's spelled irregardless, if it's spelled irregardless in the book, automatic win.
Irregardless, it was pretty clear.
I love it if that's the case. Then it automatically gets free pass because everybody knows how much I hate the word irregardless.
I think he did that. Yeah, I think it's spelled that way.
Cool.
Especially if he said regardless so much before and then said irregardless.
It was so specific, because it was like regardless, and then it was irregardless. I was like, and it was like grating on my nerve. I was like, how dare you tap dance on my nerve?
It was when they were talking about the ear on his arm.
Right, because it goes into the ear thing, and then he says irregardless. And I was like, why did you use regardless so many times and then go into that? Well, now the joke is on me for not being able to see the fact that he might have played played on my pet
Yeah.
peevedness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was another play on words too about Tress. I think it was distress, like she was distressed or something like that as well.
Oh, really?
And they, like,
I mean, of course, the puns
it.
are coming. The puns are coming. I mean, like the whole waitress waiter thing was hilarious.
And then she became waitress again.
Yep. It was great.
Good times. So, favorite character, Tree?
Oh, the Tosher.
The Tosher.
Yes, that was my second guess. I mean, my second favorite.
That's when you were going to pick Ellen?
No, I'm just going to do the Midnight Essence blob that hates reading. Just hates words.
Just hates reading. Sawdust to his eyes.
I don't like I don't like words.
I don't like words.
The Tosher chapters were just
because it has some sentience. It's kind of weird. The Midnight Essence is kind of weird because it has a little bit of sentience to it. Because it definitely has its own thoughts. You have to fight with it. It's like no.
Of course, the whole time it's talking. Every time it talks, all I can think of is it speaking in the same voice as Venom from the movies. Kind of got that growly kind of, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's only semi-intelligent.
Yeah.
Well, next time the Cosmere reads, we'll be doing like 9 chapters or something like that. It's to chapter 43. All the way to chapter 43. Just like halfway through the next part.
Okay.
So,
well, Alondo, I know that the book gets really, really good because I got my friend to start reading it. And she's like flying through it. And she's like, I only have an hour left. Oh no, I'm not ready for this book to be over. So she wants more book.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I can believe that because there's probably a whole bunch of like gaps where I'm like, oh man,
I'm
when are you going to explain this thing? It's like, I want more, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she just like started flying through. She started really slowly and then all of a sudden just like flew through a whole bunch of it. So I know she's into it.
But it doesn't. It also helps that some of these parts are like. I mean, there's such short chapters compared to what we've been dealing with.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had whole episodes with just 2 chapters covered because they were like so long, and then it's like in this one, it's like every episode we're covering like 5, 6, 7 chapters. So
like
they just
like in an hour.
Yeah. And I basically, I mean, I haven't gotten close to finishing a workout on these books because, I mean, it's like you're hitting like 50 some minutes, and of course I listen at 1.5 speed, but at 50 some minutes I'm done. I'm like, wow, okay, I guess that's it. So
yeah.
Guess you're gonna need another workout book.
There is another thing now I have to figure out with our reading order too, and I'm not sure how to do it yet. Because there's a novella that I was going to have us do way later in our reading order. But Brandon Sanderson just released another book last Friday. And it
I saw the ad for
novella.
that, by the way.
Yeah, but it includes the novella in that book. So whether to do the novella separate or just do that book is the question. Because it's in the book anyway. Like he decided basically writing novella. He loved this. He loved the story so much he expanded
Isles
it into a full book.
Is this
it?
Isles
of Emberdark.
Yeah, so it comes up like immediately, and it's like, hey, you got all this Brandon Sanderson stuff in here. You need to get this one too. And I was like,
don't look at it, Alondo. Don't do it.
Yeah, we'll get to it eventually.
I bought every book, and I just put them in my library. I have a library set up, and I have all of the books ordered in the reading order that we're going to be doing them.
Nice.
So if Alan says we're going to read that one, then I will add it. But until then, I'm not adding anything.
We are going to read that one. I just don't know if we're going to do that one and the novella now, or just do.
Well, I'm sure you got to figure out like when it's going to take place in our.
Yeah, I got to figure that out too.
Yeah, I think we should just do the book with the novella in it because it'll just be more smooth. I think to just do it all.
Then having to read it and like, wait, I already read this,
and then reread it. Like that's weird to talk about again.
Yeah, that's weird.
Well, unless it's
it's Groundhog Day.
Unless you piece it out like we have with the.
So the way he did it was really interesting. Rather than just insert the novella into it, he broke the novella up within the book as flashbacks. So instead of having the novella completely inside the book, he broke the novella up within this longer book as flashbacks.
Okay, well, that's cool.
So it's,
I mean, because I read the background, like Arcanum Unbound. That is like they were released at all kinds of different times, but then conveniently now for us, it's like you just buy Arcanum and you've got all the stuff. I mean, but I guess when everything was getting published, you would have had to like pick up this thing, find this one, do the thing, and everything. Yeah, but now it's just like they're all encapsulated in this one book, which is so convenient for us. Yeah,
exactly.
One purchase and you're good to go.
Yep. So that's what we're doing next week. 9 chapters through chapter 43, and we'll see where Tress where this goes next. Maybe we'll get to meet a dragon.
Ooh,
possibly. Maybe. I'm not sure. I didn't look at the chapter titles. But
what's the dragon's name again? Sixes? What?
Exis.
Okay.
X's and O's. Sorry.
And Tree, is this the new challenge now? You're gonna have to like do a piece of artwork every episode?
I don't know. I think it's just because I'm in my room this time, and my room is also like my art studio, and I'm just like feeling like creative.
You're setting the bar high.
I got all my things around me. Just doodling. So,
well, I got so much appreciation for art. I'm like, yeah, if you could make a piece of artwork every episode,
no, I'm like super into it today. But it was nice, kind of chit chatting and just zoning into the doodle, which looks like this. If people want to see it, it's just a bunch of blobs. I don't know.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna color it all in. So
good deal.
It's fun.
Yeah,
we want to see the results.
All right.
It's a midnight essence.
Yeah.
Midnight essence. I don't see you pulling off the scary aspect of that one. You tried, but not quite.
You tried.
Not quite.
Well, if I do it all in like blacks and grays, maybe it'll be midnight essence-y.
Maybe. Okay. You got to really sell that one. You got to sell that one to us, though.
Yeah, I did this one earlier today. Ooh.
See, that's more like you. I can imagine you doing blacks and grays.
That's more like the vine spores. That's the vine spores.
Oh yes, the vine spores.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. That's what I see there.
Okay.
I see vine spores.
Yeah. That would check out.
You're right. That's way more me, though. Colors.
That's definitely more you.
Yeah.
All day.
Well, fun. Well, how we can be found is at the cosmerereads.com, the website. We find links to all sorts of cool stuff and join our Patreon, do the merch stuff, all that fun stuff. Join the Discord. There's been some fun conversation there recently. So all sorts of fun stuff. So yeah, do all that. Like, subscribe, all the good stuff like that I'm supposed to say on YouTube. And yeah. Just do it. All right.
Do it.
Just do it.
Do it.
Yeah, that's all I got. So yeah. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye everybody.
Thank you for watching the Cosmere Reads.
God stinks, God stay fresh. God stinks, God stay fresh.